is nice. Family members, alumni, faculty, staff, and most importantly, our newest students, the class of 2021, welcome to the White Coat Ceremony. I am Bob Alpern. I'm the Dean of the Medical School, so it's important that the students, when you see me for the next 4 to 5 years, don't say, "Who are you?" Parents and relatives, I imagine you must be incredibly proud, and so you should be. Today represents the culmination of decades of commitment on your part and on the part of our newest students. Students, today is a momentous day in your evolution to become a physician. Dr. Darin Latimore will speak to you shortly on an important theme: listen to your patient, the road to becoming a successful physician. But before his talk, I want to take a few moments to comment on the Yale School of Medicine, what it means to us, and what you mean to us. Together, you represent around 2% of those who applied for a seat in the class of 2021. 104 individuals with extraordinary academic and extra-academic accomplishments, 55 men and 49 women, 86 MD students and 18 MD PhD students. You're one of the most diverse and global classes we've had, and I say this every year as we keep getting more diverse and more global. But you graduated from 56 undergraduate colleges, and 35 of you were born outside the United States, representing countries of Canada, China, Colombia, Gambia, Great Britain, Guatemala, India, Iran, Korea, Mexico, Nigeria, Pakistan, Sweden, Thailand, Turkey, Ukraine, and Zimbabwe. The emotions of today are best captured by the comments of the Dean of Yale College, which he made about, I guess about 13 years ago to the entering class that my daughter was in. And I always remembered his comments. I can sense today feelings of pride, perhaps tinged with anxiety, of excitement moderated by vulnerability, and of the thrill of new places tempered by nostalgia for what one has left behind. And these are just the feelings of your parents. Yale School of Medicine is a unique medical school. It combines the excellence of outstanding faculty with remarkable students and a tradition that dates back over 200 years. In 2010, we celebrated the school's bicentennial. In 2012, Brian Kobilka, a YSM alum, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. In 2013, Jim Rothman, chair of our Department of Cell Biology, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. In 2015, Vivek Murthy, an alumnus of our school, was sworn in as Surgeon General of the United States. Last year, 5 of our young investigators were named as Howard Hughes Medical Institute faculty scholars to recognize the best young biomedical researchers in the country. Yale tied with only one other school for the highest number of awardees from a medical school, and there are many other stories of success. Yale University awarded the first medical degree in the United States. in 1723. Now, we were not the first medical school, but we were able to award the first medical degree. And that was made possible by the fact that Yale could award a medical degree 87 years before it had a medical school. There are only some universities that would be that presumptuous. Since Yale Medical School was established in 1810, the names of those who have walked these halls are astonishing, and now you will walk these halls. Many of you are probably wondering, how did I get into Yale? Do I belong in the same place that has educated so many of the greatest minds in medicine? Those who define the discipline of medicine as we now know it. And I can assure you the answer is a resounding yes. I want to assure you that your admission to Yale was not a careless error, but an acknowledgement of all that you have accomplished and all that we know you will accomplish in the future. The Yale system is unique among medical schools. You will not receive grades during the preclinical years, nor will you be ranked. So why is that? Were we trying to make it easier for you? No. The answer is that we expect greater things from you than grades could ever engender. We expect you to become a leader in the medical world of tomorrow. And you're probably thinking, not me, because I remember when I was sitting where you are, but you will be surprised. We know you're intelligent, and we know you're committed to excellence, and that you will not need grades as an inducement to greatness. It is our hope that you will seize this opportunity to develop into an outstanding physician, a critical thinker who learns what he or she needs to know, but is not content with just that. You will establish new understandings of disease processes, new approaches to patient care, and new paradigms for the practice of medicine. Some of you will do this as practicing physicians, some as academicians focused on research, clinical medicine, or education, some through health policy, and others through involvement in industry. We have enormous confidence in you. You're surrounded by outstanding classmates, but you should not see them as competition, rather as part of a team that I thought this was going to happen, as part of a team working together will ensure that the world is a better place because Yale School of Medicine had a class of 2021. If we do our jobs and you do yours, years from now, students will walk the halls wondering if they belong in the same institution that graduated the class of 2021. Thank you. Better watch out for that, Darin. So our speaker today is Dr. Darin Latimore, who I'd like to introduce now. Darin received his BA from the University of California, Berkeley in 1988. Go Darin! And in 1994, earned his MD from UC Davis. He then trained in internal medicine, primary care at UC Davis. In 1997, joined the Permanente Medical Group in Sacramento, and in 2008, joined the faculty at UC Davis, where he rose to professor and associate residency program director. He was also the director of medical student diversity. Then he became assistant dean for student and resident diversity, and then associate dean for student and resident diversity. In 2017, we were very lucky to recruit him to Yale as the deputy dean for diversity and inclusion. He's won a number of awards and honors in his career, and I can't name all of them. But in 2013, he received the Chancellor's Achievement Award for Diversity and Community Engagement. In 2015, the Dean's Excellence Award for outstanding contributions to the mission of community engagement. And in 2016, the American College of Physicians awarded him an Advocate for Internal Medicine Award. Dr. Latimore's topic today, as I said, is Listen to Your Patient, the road to becoming a successful physician. Darin.
Class of 2021. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? I want to start by congratulating you. I know firsthand as a pre-med student, I often ask the question, are my grades good enough? This was before I got in. And then beat myself up if I could have just eked out a few more points on that MCAT. We know that you worked hard. We know that you've sacrificed a lot. We know you deserve to be here. Now I ask you, breathe out a sigh of relief. You've done it. You have proven to be the best of the best. You are Yale School of Medicine students. Family members, let's congratulate them. Students, now it is time for you to acknowledge your families, for none of you have done this alone. All of us stand on the shoulder of those who love us. In reality, we not only honor you, but we honor your families today. Students, please turn, look at your families, and from the depth of your hearts, say thank you. I have a little confession. When I was in your seat at my white coat ceremony, I tried to look confident, but down deep, I was scared to death. Hadn't taken a single class yet, and I was already worried about who I was going to harm. I looked around, and all my classmates, they looked so intelligent, as if I know what that looks like. So confident, so put together. If any of you are feeling the same way, as the dean said, no mistake has been made. You have been chosen for a reason, and as I said, it's because you are the best of the best. Now, this is not to say that some of you won't have stumbles while you're in medical school. We're all human. For some of you, it may be a personal issue that derails you. For others, it could be a class that for whatever the reason, you just cannot pull it together no matter how hard you try. I ask you, when you feel these feelings, and you all will at some point, listen and reach out. You are part of the Yale family now. You have met many students, many staff, and many faculty, and we are all here for one reason, and that is to make sure that you are successful. But you have to let us know if you need us. In a moment, you're going to get your white coat. My first white coat symbolized many things. It symbolized I had joined the family of medicine. It also symbolized that I had made it. Exactly where, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, it was all about me. I ask each of you to look at your white coat differently than I did. I ask you, each and every time you put your white coat on, you remember it is no longer about you, it is about your patient. And that, I hope, is what the coat symbolizes to you. As first years, even before you've learned any medicine, you will actually be an important part of the team. You, more than anyone else on the team, will have time to sit down and listen to your patient. Listen to their fears. Listen to their hopes. Listen to their values. I know many of you will sit back and say, oh, this is just a waste of time. I'm not being helpful. But nothing further from the truth. From your patient's perspective, you, as the most junior person on the team, will have just as much value as I, as the faculty member. And why? Because you took the time to listen. As you go through this career, as you actually take on more and more patient responsibilities, remember the value of listening and the skill of listening to your patients. And by the way, I don't mean the 23 seconds that us faculty actually listen before we interrupt. Yes, it's been studied. Be a true listener. Don't allow the labs to become the priority, or the radiology results, or that electronic medical record in front of you. Don't minimize your patient to a disease. Osler said, "He who studies medicine without a book sails uncharted sea. He who studies medicine without patience has no sea." Humility. As you start down this path of becoming a physician, remain humble. I've made the mistake more than once of being the all-knowing physician, thinking to myself, oh, that patient doesn't know what they're talking about. I'm the doctor. I'll tell them what's wrong with them. Never forget who's living with the symptoms, who's living with the pain, who is living with the abnormality. It is not you or me, it is our patient. And yes, you may have more education. Yes, you may have learned by that point doctor talk. But do not allow this to discount the value of the experiences of your patients. None of us know everything. Matter of fact, when we are most certain in our knowledge is when we should pause and ask the question, are we sure? To stop listening is to stop learning medicine. The last words of advice I have for you today is don't forget why you came to medical school. My grandfather used to say, no matter where you think you're going, no matter where you think you are, don't forget where you came from. I say this to you because medicine is a journey. Many of you will feel that you're losing yourself as you go down the path. Others of you will feel the culture of medicine is in direct conflict with the culture and values that you were taught as a child. Do we have a lot to teach you in medicine? Absolutely. Should you allow us to change you? No. Think back, remember on the rough days, that personal statement. Why do I want to be a doctor? For some of you, it was to create new knowledge. For some of you, It was medicine will be my platform to change injustices in this world. That would be me. For others of us, it's because we feel the most vulnerable and medically disenfranchised deserve compassionate, high-quality care. Whatever the reason is for you, don't forget it, because that is what's going to carry you on the tough days. That is what's going to make you the doctor that you will become. I will end where I began, class of 2021. We are truly humbled that you, and oh, good, that's not me. We are truly humbled that you have chosen the Yale family. Together, we will learn a lot of medicine, and together, we look forward to improving the lives of the patients that depend on us. Thank you.
So we are now ready to present the white coats. As a general policy, Yale has presented white coats to those to whom the medical school has offered acceptance. However, today we're going to make an exception. Richard Silverman has been the director of admissions since 1999. I think all of you got to meet him. Driving an admissions process that has led year after year to the selection of outstanding students. Unfortunately for Yale, Richard has decided to retire, and this will be his last white coat ceremony. So some interesting statistics which were put together for me. Over the course of his time at Yale, and I don't know how they know all this, but Richard met with 15,009 applicants who came to Yale for interviews, held 1,256 morning orientation meetings for these applicants, has participated in 674 admissions committee meetings, resulting in admission of 1,927 students. He's extraordinarily competent, extremely kind, and in the words of one interviewee who said, "One of the best you'll ever meet, everyone else can go home, there's no competition." Richard has dedicated his life to Yale School of Medicine, and today we would like to honor him with an honorary white coat that we will monogram the white coat with his name and with the Yale School of Medicine shield, so he will always remember us. So once again, please join me in thanking Richard and yeah, not yet. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Richard actually sends me a lot of the script before, but this was not in the script he sent me. It's now time to present the white coats to those who actually got into the medical school. So joining me on stage to present the white coats are Dr. Richard Belitsky, Deputy Dean for Education, Dr. Darin Latimore, who you've met, Deputy Dean for Diversity and Inclusion, Dr. Nancy Angoff, Associate Dean for Student Affairs. Nancy is an alum of the school who graduated in 1990. Dr. Barbara Kazmierzak, Director of the MD PhD program, Dr. John Forrest, Director of the Office of Student Research, and Dr. Laura Ment, Associate Dean for Admissions and Financial Aid, who chaired the committee that selected you all, and I know that you think she has great judgment. Building on a tradition that started with the bicentennial celebration in 2010, Harold Mancuso Ongaro, a member of the class of 1973 and president of the Association of Yale Alumni in Medicine, and Richard Kane, a member of the class of 1976 and past president of the Association of Yale Alumni in Medicine, will join us on stage to present stethoscopes to each new student. The awarding of these stethoscopes is sponsored by our generous alumni who want to welcome you to their favorite medical school. And now, the newly white-coated Director of Admissions, Richard Silverman, will call you to the stage to receive your white coats and stethoscopes.
They're going to be videoing from over there, so you can see the camera there. So the names are going to be called in alphabetical order, and I think everything else will follow in a very uncomplicated way. Are we all set? Okay, we're going to start with Zoe Adams from Vassar College. Can everybody hear okay? Okay? Osama Ahmed from the University of Pennsylvania. Charushi Ahuja from Duke University. Miguel Algara from the University of Texas, El Paso. Joanna Ando from Yale University. Jonathan Avery from Oregon State University. Victoria Bartlett from Harvard University. Elisa Berson from Duke University. Shaman Bular from University of California, Berkeley. Lynette Bosque-Nieves from University of Puerto Rico, Maagüez. Julian Campillo Luna from University of Washington. Yifan Emily Chang from Harvard University. Sophia Charania from Princeton University. Rachel Choi from Princeton University. Fuad Choueri from Cornell University. Christopher Chow from Yale University. Violeta Contreras Ramirez from City University of New York, City College. June Cristioni from Harvard University. Christina Dufont-Nouvelle from Yale University. Christopher Dusick from Arizona State University. Calvin Fang from Cornell University, entering the MD PhD program. Alborz Faizi from University of California, Los Angeles, entering the MD PhD program. Elizabeth Fitzuza from Tulane University. Isaac Friedman from University of Pittsburgh. Marina Gaeta from Cornell University. Jean-Jacques Gagne from Columbia University. Anoop Galivansh from University of California, Los Angeles. Sofia Gamez from Columbia University. Lucy Gao from University of Pennsylvania. Stephen Gazkanian from Duke University. Elsie Gonzalez Hurtado from University of California, Riverside, entering the MD PhD program. Justin Goodwin from University of Texas, Dallas, entering the MD PhD program. Yakov Green from York University. Mary Elizabeth Guerra from University of Texas, Austin. Justin Halloran from Dartmouth College. Daniel Hodson from Swarthmore College. Seong Im Hong from City University of New York, Hunter College. Julian Huang from Harvard University. Brandon Hubbard from Oklahoma State University, entering the MD PhD program. Joshua Hyman from Harvard University. Syed Isrig from University of Western Ontario. Jillian Jaycox from Carnegie Mellon University, entering the MD PhD program. Alexandra Jun from Princeton University. Prirak Juthani from University of California, Berkeley. Kareem Kibesh from University of Chicago. Suman Ketpal from University of Pennsylvania. Amber Lauren King from Washington University in St. Louis. Jonathan Klein from University of California, Davis, entering the MD PhD program. Valentina Kostiuk from City University of New York, Hunter College. Audrey Leisure from Johns Hopkins University. Alan Lee from DePaul University. Junhui Aiden Lee from University of California, Berkeley. Megan Lee from Vanderbilt University. Victor Lee from University of Toronto. Dan Lee from Harvard University, entering the MD PhD program. Jesse Lee from Yale University. Kingson Lin from University of Pennsylvania, entering the MD PhD program. Angela Liu from Yale University. Kevin Liu from Columbia University. Patrick Liu from Harvard University. Paulina Luna from University of Notre Dame. Anna Lin from University of Kansas, entering the MD PhD program. Anthony Ma from Stanford University. Matthew Mazik from St. Louis University. Hadrian Mendoza from Georgia State University. Michael Mercier from Vanderbilt University. Albert Metz from Cornell University. James Nee from Stanford University. Halsey Niles from Brown University. David August Odleifson from Dartmouth College. Robert Palmer from University of Southern California. Connor Peck from Brigham Young University. David Pepra from Harvard University. Karen Kiang from Rice University. Max Rollison from Yale University. Nancy Rusgar from McMaster University. Nadia Saeed from Brown University. Adam Sahlstrom from Concordia College. Yahadi Saleh from Wittenberg University. Amina Salam from the University of Chicago. Neil Savalia from Washington University in St. Louis, entering the MD PhD program. Michael Shang from Washington University in St. Louis. Tyler Shelby from Pittsburgh State University, entering the MD PhD program. Cosmas Sabindi from Columbia University. Aaron Silva from Bowdoin College. Julio Silva from University of California, Los Angeles, entering the MD PhD program. Benjamin Sterin from Vanderbilt University. Shobhana Subramanian from Duke University. Ronan Talti from Northeastern University, entering the MD PhD program. Amy Thomas from University of California, San Diego. Sina Torabi from University of Southern California. Gwendolyn Towers from Wellesley College. Stephanie Tu from University of California, Irvine. Kelechi Umoga from Cornell University. Lina Vadlamani from Stanford University. Marcus Valcarce Aspegrin from University of North Carolina. Rebecca Vergara Grino from Johns Hopkins University. Elizabeth Wu from University of Chicago, entering the MD PhD program. Lucia Yu from Cornell University. Kristen Yu from Dartmouth College. Sangwon Yun from Duke University, entering the MD PhD program. Saeda Mariam Zakavat from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, entering the MD PhD program. Melanie Zhang from University of Maryland. Amanda Zhao from University of Southern California. And that's it. Amanda is number 104.
So the last part of the ceremony is the reading of the Human Relations Code of Conduct, which Nancy Angoff will take us.
So earlier today, we discussed with the new class the Yale system and some of the responsibilities that go along with it. And now we're going to read the Human Relations Code of Conduct. It's in your brochure. I invite you to follow along as I read it. Yale School of Medicine is committed to the promotion of personal and professional development of all individuals in its community and encourages dialogue that will foster the growth, well-being, and dignity of all its members. In pursuit of these goals, the school is dedicated to maintaining an environment that places the highest priority on collegial relationships, mutual respect, and sensitivity among its students, faculty, staff, and patients. An educational community functions best when there is civility and respect for the dignity and worth of each individual. It must be ensured that our school is free from discrimination and acts of intolerance, such as those based on race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, national origin, ancestry, age, or physical handicap. This commitment remains consonant with the obligation to protect open and wide-ranging public discourse. The principle of freedom of expression that might otherwise protect even the most offensive public speech does not protect, nor does it even encompass, a right to threaten the dignity and privacy of an individual. Such personally directed behavior will not be tolerated. It is antithetical to academic values, debilitates its victims, compromises the offenders, and undermines the university's fundamental commitment to individual freedom and respect for all its members. Furthermore, Acts of intolerance may destroy the very atmosphere wherein freedom of expression is otherwise tolerated and cherished.
Oh, I'm glad you told me that. Okay. So this concludes the white coat ceremony. And this ceremony really serves two purposes. The first purpose is to welcome you to the medical school and to begin your transition to a physician. And the second purpose is that it's a dress rehearsal for graduation. So I hope you figured out what you did. And I'm told before I close to remind the students that they need to go to the front of the medical school for a class picture. And then with that, congratulations to the class of 2021.